Minecraft is an old game that has come so far, one to face so many upbringings and downfalls defined by many. But as a topic for today, one game that is more to me than just entertainment. Because for me, Minecraft is an escape. When there's nowhere else to go, where do you go? How do you escape your issues? For a lot of us, not the best coping mechanism, but games, right? I would probably not relate to a lot of people because many don't have such trivial issues as mine, but if your escape is the same as mine, then there's a point to this video. Writing personally is surprisingly hard, and I would often intoxicate myself to bring the truest form of my personal thoughts to light, and have done so even as to why this video even came to fruition. I did record my own ramble, but I don't care to show it anymore. I invested myself in a game GZ as an escape, and it burnt me in the end, so I retreated to the one game that never really has a face. A community I interact with, or anything tangible except the game itself. It's an escape that I don't have to invest myself in, but I can, and then I can leave that at any moment when I feel I can go somewhere else. There isn't any tie or chain to Minecraft that I have, so it's the perfect retreat when all else fails. It's difficult to explain how Minecraft of all games lets me recover whilst playing, but if I could explain it, would I be able to keep subjecting myself to this illusion? Because it is some sort of illusion, and I know I voluntarily use it to drown out any doubts, but I don't know why it's still effective. It used to be a scary thought that I'd just use something so addictive voluntarily, knowing what it does to me and knowing why I do it. Won't say playing games is the best way to spend your time or drinking is healthy, but it helps when I never really overuse it. There are really shitty days when something strong really helps to calm the nerve, and you wake up the next morning maybe whining a bit about a rough wake up, but you don't outright regret calming yourself for that night. Some can just get addicted to that calm feeling and keep searching for it. Some overuse and keep putting themselves in a state of feeling good to a point where it ruins relationships, it damages your body, or makes you function less, so you generally feel like you're hit off the rails. It's why this is a bit problematic to talk about, but where I can draw a comparison, and I don't feel ruined for playing or talking about a game. I don't feel like the time I wasted in games, and Minecraft specifically, are wasted time I would never get back. I can get shit on for playing such a simple game, but I don't think you can deny that even if it looks to be a children's game, the age margin or the crowd it attracts is huge. People find reason to play the game no matter the age. Used to be for fun as a kid, it used to be communicate, to break out of the shell or get creative. It used to be an escape back when I was a kid even. Now it's this game that I can play and it barely occupies my thoughts. As I get to play the game, spend the time engaging the same blocky sandbox with arbitrary objectives that I have done before in a different way or different map seed time and time again, I do these things more effectively, taken as an insult or brag, without spending as much energy or thought as before. This lets me stress over things that happened before, happen now, or will happen, or enjoy some content whilst playing the game. It lets me unwind or regret the things that make me, and think them over with a mediator at my hands, letting my fingers be occupied so I don't peel my own skin off. Or it just lets me receive these meaningless virtual rewards that I've gotten before, but they water down that stress or regret. At this time, I feel Minecraft is a therapy that doesn't ask anything of me. I wrote the script without knowing I would write it because at the moment of life becoming just a tad bit shittier, I didn't think I'd be going back to Minecraft of all things. But I ran through my list of options to take my mind out things and that list didn't appeal me. So, out of the blue I went and hosted my server again without expecting anyone else to join. Just kinda said that I'd be going off the grid a little bit to unwind, and I told Jojo that I would be doing that. To my surprise, he also decided to join that empty server to do meaningless things and just have some simple fun on occasion. I labeled this all as episode 1 for a weird reason that I don't even know if I'm going through with, but am considering regardless. The amount of time spent currently in this game, now that it has calmed me down and the larger storm has calmed as well. I could share the small stories and events that slowly built our world, because it's a world that has been affected by us, which makes it special. The thing about a game that lets you do anything and in YouTube's scene actually has its own big creative field with one of the core concepts. I can't avoid that one core concept of building in Minecraft. Not that it's the only creative concept, because plugins and scripts exist. So game modes are more than survival and creative, but for me, I like to slowly build with my own resources to see gradual progress and change. I like building, but I also like the challenge, so getting my own resources is what gives me an equal amount of relaxation and also fun. The game, to its core, it's just fun. It's tough to judge how efficient or good I am creatively as a person, and it's certainly tough to say I can be good creatively in a blocky game that has simple tasks and is fit for a child. But there is a creative energy that does set apart a certain level of how massive some people go with their ideas, and if they had the knowledge to use the tools that I do, I'm certain they do better at what I do than me. I think Minecraft with its creative concept is a clear window showing inside of a person's head to how good their ideas are and how high they can go if they possess the same tools. How Minecraft helps to understand that simply is because it's a game and its tools are incredibly simplistic, so a person could learn them just by engaging the game for fun. It's not a dull Photoshop page with a bunch of overbearing UI icons that induce the confused state where it takes years to learn its routines and takes years to figure out there was a good feature hidden under a few tabs. This is what sets the clear creativity from a game and a creative hobby/job. You can still see and admire the scale of a person's ability to express themselves in a 3D canvas, and at times, Minecraft's limitless creativity can be a bridge to those hobbies and eventually jobs in the creative industry. Whether it's video making, 3D art, architecture, or design, you can sort of draw connections or bridges across. There's a lot more. But anything could be anything. Minecraft can be a creative bridge, but can also be an outlet to drain the creativity when there's an overabundance of it. This being the case for me. I can't stand doing just one thing forever. We all have a tolerance towards something like that. But I can't just quit a job that I've done for so long, so I have to change things in my free time to not get bored. Games are fun, but even repeatedly going to work and playing the same game can get boring. So a game with its creative sandbox creates the perfect synergy between being able to unwind and relax, to be able to go to work the next day and switch that up in the same game for some creative expression, to drain any built-up creativity from a boring and eventless life. This is why I chose to play Minecraft, and this is why I chose to write about it, chose to record and edit it. I take my free time to do this instead of playing said games so the cycle doesn't get stale. So there's a point when I'll break out of the Minecraft loop and play something else. With that, I go cyclically through something else until the day comes again that I need Minecraft of all things to calm me. If anything, Minecraft has proven time and time again that it does not matter what big face is behind the game, what content is created around the game, how it's engaged by the media, what negative or positive view the game receives from the outside, as the game itself from the developers is faceless, how it was created from the start. It still keeps all that magic to interpret. No matter what happens to the game, there are enough versions to go back to a time that you loved and encapsulate all that you want, and make Minecraft your own.